Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I figured we switch it up and play a game, which I don't know how I never noticed this game before. It's called Am I the Asshole Guesser, which basically we're just going to be reading some short Am I the Asshole posts, and we're going to try to see if OP is or is not the asshole. Pretty straightforward and simple, so let's check it out together. Let's go! Would I be the asshole if I don't walk my adopted daughter down the aisle? Before AD, adopted daughter, reconnected with her biological father, she had asked me to walk her down the aisle, and I had said yes. But since then, the biological father and I have become pretty close. He explained to me that he was only a teenager when he got his girlfriend pregnant, and that when her family found out, they sent her away to some relatives and he had never seen her again. I felt pretty bad for him, and I knew that if I was in his shoes, I would want to walk my biological daughter down the aisle. So I called adoptive daughter and asked her how her and her father were getting along, and she said, great. So I said, good, because I think he should walk you down the aisle. She seemed pretty fine on the phone and said something like, I'll think about it. But my wife told me later that she called her and she was crying and very upset. Okay, this is not how I thought the story was gonna go. Usually when these types of situations happen, like the biological father would come in out of nowhere, and then like the adoptive daughter would be like, no, screw you, stepdad that raised me for my whole life or whatever. I'm gonna want my biological dad who just showed up, and I want him to walk me down the aisle. That's usually how these types of situation goes, so this is not what I had expected. Honestly, it sounds like you were doing a good thing, because like you said, if you were in his shoes, you would want the biological daughter to walk down with, you know, the real dad. And I see how you were trying to do like him a favor, like I get that. But you kind of, in a way, told your daughter like, no, you kind of shot her down that you're not gonna walk her down the aisle even though she asked you to. So I kind of see how she's upset, but I don't think your intentions were, you know, trying to be an asshole. But if we're going against the internet here, I feel like the internet would say, yes, you are the asshole. That's what I'm thinking. But let's see what the internet says. I'm gonna put not the asshole. Incorrect. Verdict was, you are the asshole. Barely won, not the asshole. Like, I get it. Like, I understand why your daughter's upset, but I feel like you were really trying to do a good thing here, but you just didn't think about how, you know, the daughter would take it, which you kind of shot her down, which is the thing. She really wants you to walk her down the aisle because she knows you as the dad. She knows that there's a biological father, but she's calling you her dad. You know, let's check the comments of like the original post. I think we can actually see that. Oh, this was 6 years ago. Wow. Yeah, you were the asshole. Although you might be coming from a good place, this is her big day and it is down to her to decide who walks her up the aisle. The way you call her adoptive daughter in the post and immediately relinquish something that should have been a big moment for you as her father, adopted or not, I could see how hurtful this would be to her. It seems as though you are making it clear that you still see her as your adopted daughter and not just your daughter. Yeah, I more or less agree, and this is kind of like what I was saying, like, your intentions were good, but your execution was bad. Would I be the asshole if I didn't tell anyone about my marriage? Why would you not want to tell anyone about your marriage? Pretty short one. I live in the US and got married hitched a few months ago after a long relationship, 3 years. I will be going to my home country pretty soon to visit my family and attend some family events. My family is racist, okay? My husband is black, uh-oh. Obviously I love him and I am in no way ashamed of him or my marriage, but I know my family would react badly and I don't want to deal with that vitriol on one of my rare and relatively short visits back. They didn't know about my relationship. He knows they don't and knows partially why they don't, but he expects me to just come out and say it regardless. Would I be the asshole if I continue to keep my life a secret? Well, you don't even live with them anymore, so like who cares? Like, you're just going back. Like you said, it's rare that you even go back anyway, and it's going to be a short visit. Who cares if they're pissed at you? You're not even living with them anymore. I mean, sure, what are they going to do? Like, they're going to tell you to fuck off and, like, they don't want to see you again? Like, okay. At least you'll be happy with their husband, like, somewhere else. So, like, who cares what your family thinks? So, like, I wouldn't say you're a full-blown asshole for this, but, like, I would just tell them anyway. I don't know. Like, I think ultimately, I think the internet would probably say you're not the asshole. So I'm going to do that. So let's try this. I'm gonna put not the asshole. Incorrect. See, I should have listened to myself. You are the asshole. Okay, and hopefully it's for the reasons that I said too, because I feel like you should just come out and say it. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend I shouldn't need to thank him for doing the dishes? I can't believe this trivial issue has exploded into a huge riot, but here goes. I've been cooking at home almost every meal for the last month. cooking makes a lot of dishes. I told my boyfriend several times that he needs to do the dishes since I'm cooking the food. Ordering out isn't an option and we need to eat, so he needs to share the burden even though he can't cook. Well, earlier today, I actually saw my boyfriend doing the dishes after I made lunch. Instinctively, I thanked him for doing the dishes, but then I remembered that it is his responsibility and reminded him of how unfair it was for me for him not to do the dishes every day. I told him I take back my thanks and that he should be doing more without me asking. Well, why would you do that? I mean, I get you're frustrated, but like, don't take back. You already said thanks. Just let it be. My boyfriend is now very upset with me and insists that I need to stop nagging, typical, him while he's doing housework. But if he was doing it regularly from the start, I wouldn't have to say anything. Am I the asshole? No, I mean, like, I understand why you're frustrated. It sounds like, yeah, he doesn't do it at all until, you know, you tell him to do it and everything. But like, the fact that you just walked in and he was just doing it without you saying it, and you just instinctively said, hey, you know, thanks, whatever. But then you thought about it and you're like, no, wait, he needs to be doing this. And then you go tell him like, hey, actually, let me get back that thanks that I just gave you. I think that's where you're the asshole. Like, I understand why you're frustrated. Like, I understand completely, but why would you take back the thank you? That just seems weird. Seems weird and petty, honestly. Well, let's see if the internet agrees. You are the asshole. Correct. First correct one. Not the asshole, everyone sucks here. See, I would agree kind of with the everyone sucks here, because yeah, he should just be doing it in general without you asking or nagging, whatever. But still, like, the fact that he did it, and he did it this time without you even telling him to do it, and yet you still like took back the thanks. That's just kind of weird. Would I be the asshole by canceling my Netflix account? So I canceled my Netflix account long ago, right as soon as they were jacking up the prices again. I got a cousin I don't like, even though I'm the only family he's got. My mother is attached to him, and reasonably so, and she decided to give him my Netflix account to use. Wait, what do you mean you're the only family he's got? Your mom's there too, what are you talking about? Every time during midday I cannot use Netflix because my brother uses it and cousin hogs it up midday till night. I do not want to pay extra for 4 screens, although I can perfectly afford that. Last time this happened, I disconnected all accounts and it stopped till now. I had voiced this to my father and he gave cousin some excuse as to why Netflix stopped working, but my mother, be it as she knows I don't like him, still gave him the account info. Would I be the asshole to cancel Netflix, or in its behalf change passwords and only let my brother and my mother's TV have it without the credentials? I really don't like him. Well, why would you even give it to your mom anyway? She's gonna end up giving it to your cousin. Like, cancel your entire Netflix account, like recreate a new one, pay for it, and just keep the info to yourself. Don't even let your mom have it. So if this really pisses you off that much, I would just be smart about it, get a whole new account, and just keep it to yourself. Oh, and I guess let your brother use it too, but you know, just y'all two. So I would honestly say not the asshole for that. And correct. Only 21, you are the asshole, and I honestly don't see how people would say you're the asshole for this. Let's see if there was an update or something. Let's check out the original post. This one was 6 years ago. Okay. No updates, it looks like. Not the asshole, change your password, simple fix, and you won't have to cancel it. Yeah, I guess so. You also gotta hope that your mom doesn't know your email so she can just like overwrite it or put like forgotten password or something like that. Am I the asshole for ordering a meat dish while eating with my vegan friend? Yesterday, my friend/acquaintance and I went to a restaurant after work. She is a vegan and ordered a vegan dish. I ordered something that contained beef. When my dish came, my friend was shocked to see that it contained meat because she assumed that it didn't, for some reason. She said she no longer felt comfortable eating at the same table as me unless I sent the food back to fuck off. I said no way I was going to do that. She said maybe we can reschedule. Fuck you. And that she was sorry but she could not eat with someone who was eating meat. I said okay, maybe we can get our food packed up. We did, and then she said she wasn't feeling good and had to head back to her hotel. So I just sat at the beach in the park and ate my food by myself. It was really weird. Should I have been more accommodating? She isn't allergic to anything. Apparently the smell of meat makes her sick, which I just found out today. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole at all. You know, it's people like this that give vegans, you know, like a bad name. Because it's like one thing to say like, yeah, I'm vegan, you know, I strictly do not eat meat or any animal products or whatever. But like to sit there with somebody, like even if you weren't sitting with them, but like somebody table adjacent was like eating a steak, for example, like how are you as a vegan going to turn to that person and be like, hey, you know, I don't like the fact that you're eating meat next to me. Can you send that back to the kitchen or something? Or can you sit somewhere else? Because I do not want to be anywhere near a meat eater. Also, like, why would she go to this restaurant where she knows, like, there would probably be meat there? That's so dumb, dude. And then, like, you're not the asshole, and she, like, for sure overreacted here. I swear, this is gonna be a clear cut, you're not the asshole. Oh, no, wait, I clicked the wrong one. Anyways, you heard what I said. Okay, not the asshole, not the asshole. Am I the asshole for not going to the doctor with my girlfriend? Yesterday, me, 19 male, girlfriend, 19 female, asked me if I would go to the doctor with her on Thursday because she's getting an IUD put in. She said she wants me there because her doctor said it's gonna be an uncomfortable situation and said she would like me to be there with her, but said her mom would go with her if I wouldn't. I assumed if her mom was gonna go, it wouldn't have been a big deal if I didn't, so I told her I would rather not since I have work about an hour or so after her appointment is supposed to start and I don't want to be late. Now she's upset and said that she just wanted my support and she didn't think it would be too much to ask for. Am I the asshole for saying no? Edits, my girlfriend nor myself know what my schedule for the week looks like until Sunday. She asked me on Saturday. Well, I mean, if she really wanted you to go, then why did she say like, hey, if you don't go, then I'll just get my mom to go? So why did she give you that kind of out, you know? So I mean, for you to say no, I don't think it's that much of a big deal, because her words were saying like, hey, it's not going to be a big deal. If you can't make it, then I'll just get my mom to go. But then after you say no, I would rather not do it because I'm going to miss work. Then she's all pissed off at you. And it's like, well, why'd you say it's okay then? So I think this is just like a case of miscommunication, I would say. I would kind of lean towards not the asshole for this one. Let's see if the internet agrees. Okay, very majority, you are the asshole. Okay, well, let's see what the people are saying in the original post. Oh, there's another edit here, I see. Edit 2, we talked and I understand how I was being inconsiderate of her needs. I'm going to try and swap shifts with someone so I'm able to go with her. So, I mean, I read a few comments and I see how people say that you are the asshole, but honestly, I think your girlfriend, if she would have communicated a little bit better and pretty much said like, I want you to be there, like, I want you to be there for this, and not say like, well, if you don't go, then I'll just get my mom to go with me. Like, she gave you an out. All right, let's do one more. Am I the asshole for using the younger version of my wife as my lock screen picture? Wife and I are in our mid-40s and we've been together since high school. Wow. High school sweethearts. Me and my wife are actually high school sweethearts. And I'm in my 30s. Recently, I was looking at some pictures of my wife when she was in her 20s, and I edited a picture to use as my lock screen picture. She looked really great in that picture, and I decided to use it as my lock screen picture. So yesterday, my wife was using my mobile and asked me about the picture, and I told her that I found her really attractive in the picture and decided to use it. She started crying and accusing me of finding her unattractive now. I was kind of surprised and asked her if she was jealous of herself. I mean, it's the same woman, right? Am I the asshole here? It's still her. Why is she upset? Well, I mean, she already said why she's upset, right? She's comparing herself now to how she was in her 20s. Maybe you shouldn't have said you found her really attractive in that. Well, no, even that sounds stupid. I'm pretty sure the internet will say you are the asshole just because you worded it so poorly. I think your intentions were okay. You just didn't get the wording right. Pretty sure they're gonna call you the asshole, right? Yeah, you're the asshole. All right, let's see if there's an update on the post. This was from another 7 years ago. Okay. No update. Great. You are the asshole for how you're handling the situation, but not for putting a picture of her on your lock screen. She's not jealous of herself, but as we all get older, we change. I'm sure you've changed too from when you were in your 20s, and when you put the younger picture of her as your lock screen, she may have felt like you were saying that she used to be prettier than she is now, or that she is less attractive now than she was before. Basically, instead of being stubborn about her insecurity, you should support her and reassure her that you love her and find her attractive at her current age. I did talk to my wife about this. I brought her in so she can read the story, and that's more or less what she had said as well. I'm just going to chalk it up to very poor wording because, yeah, I mean, you could have handled it better, I would say. Well, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this episode of Am I the Asshole Guesser? You know, in a way, I feel like I kind of like this better than just reading Am I the Asshole stories, because when I'm reading the Reddit stories for like my videos, like I have to seek them out and like find the best ones or the ones that seem very interesting. At least with this, I'm presented with already like semi-interesting stories, even though they're like maybe years back. All the stories I read in this video were like 7 or 8 years old already, but they are ones that I've never heard of, so I mean, they were interesting to me. Alright, so my main camera died and now I've switched to the onboard webcam. But anyways, like I was saying, maybe I'll do more of these types of videos. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Did you agree or disagree with any of my takes? Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.